Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Camilo here from Trending Ways. I hope you're well, and I do apologize for my absence yesterday. As you already know, I was out of the country last week, but yesterday I was not feeling too well. Nothing to do with what you already know, but the good news is that I am all better today. Now, this market is impressive, right? One day we are all worried about the next big correction and where the downside targets are going to be, and then the next day we are, oh my god, we missed the dip. Now, it's not easy. It hasn't been easy to track this wave count, but being patient has been better than trying to catch a potential bottom or perfectly played bottom, right, if you will. Now, the goal of trading these markets is, if there's two ways, right? Obviously, we trade them, and the second one is we have a long-term horizon, okay? If you're a long-term investor, then these dips don't really matter to you because your outlook is 2, 4, 5 years, 10 years from today. Well, whereas, short-term investors, we're trying to focus on day-to-day activity to determine where our optimal entries are going to be. Now, I do foresee the markets breaking out and hitting past new all-time highs, unless we see disappointing earnings or any out of the nowhere geopolitical catalyst. Then I will be, or have already been, discounting the wave count, which I presented to you on Monday, suggesting that we were going to see further downside. Okay, now I believe that we have been gearing up to break out. The only thing that is really of a concern is Fed tapering, but the markets have been really sort of moving on higher despite of any of those type of concerns. Okay, now the way our wave counts are suggesting is that first of all, let me backtrack. What is our game plan for this next couple of days, and what is the game plan for the remainder of October, November, and coming into December? So this is what I'm going to look for. Now, taking you from the daily time frame, actually, let me just quickly review our traditional indicators here, as I've always have. Now, you see that we have been above the 50-day simple moving average. We broke below the 100, but broke above it afterwards and held it now as support at the 50. Now, this is pretty bullish, and so far, things are looking good. The way we're looking at this, turning on our labels, is that from March the 4th, we went up in one, minor degree wave 2 pullback. The third wave to complete the July 12 high, pull back into the wave 4. The final fifth wave to complete the intermediate wave degree wave 3. Now we went down in A, up in B, down in C. Now this whole move here was pretty complicated to track, okay? But nevertheless, it's proof to show that because of Elliott wave, we are able to keep patient and being able to sort of draw our roadmap as we go and as price action unfolds. Okay, the way I'm looking at this now, if I take you down to the 1 hour time frame, hiding our moving averages, oops, that's not it, this is it here. Okay, we are looking at this the following way. Okay, so let me delete this. From September the 2nd high, again 5 waves down into the wave A, 3 waves up into the wave B, which held the 618 resistance Fibonacci level. We then went down into an awkward 5 wave decline into the wave C. We are now looking at this as a 1, A, B, C down in 2. Now this is a disguised flat, all right? This was pretty, I mentioned this to you guys on Monday. We can't count this as the first wave, right? We can't count this as wave 1. Why is that? Because we don't see 5 wave progression. Even if we go down to the 30-minute time frame, there is no 5 waves here. You could only count 1, 2, and 3. Whereas here, if I even take you down to the 3-minute time frame, you can see just ever so slightly 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a very small brief 5th wave. Now this is an unusual wave 2 pattern, okay, but it's not out of the question. Back to the 1 hour time frame. It is a flat correction nevertheless. And the way we're looking at this now is that after the completion of wave 2, right, which came down towards an appropriate, let's take a quick look, an appropriate 618, okay, even between the 786, actually the 618, okay, it held the 618, which is appropriate for a wave 2 pullback. We're now rallying in the 5 waves. We're waiting for the third wave to be completed, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which should come in towards a completion of the 2618, 200% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2. Now this is already an overextended wave 3, but it's not out of the question, right? The smaller degree time frame, the smaller degree wave count suggests that the wave 5 is sandwiched between the 618 and the 100. Now, looking at this 4 fib levels, there is a good level of confluence to suggest and made an argument that, or a case rather, that the wave 5 of 3 is coming to its completion. Okay, if we take a look at previous price history, you see that this price action here is holding us as resistance, which we are almost at its all-time highs. Again, we are just throw stones away. Let's take a quick look. Where are we? We're just shy of less than 0.5% away from all-time highs. Now we may hit all-time highs to test the 2618, which is the last fib level that I look for on the wave 3. After that, it's way too extended. But if we start to fade and pull back here, our next level of resistance, or support rather, is going to be down towards the 23.6 and the 38.2. Now, wave 2 was pretty sideways as it was a flat correction. I expect wave 4 to be directional. Okay, now wave 4 should take us down towards the 446.74, down towards the 443.03, at which point we will position ourselves here aggressively to take us through all-time highs on the wave 5. Okay, now again, let me repeat this, guys. This wave count here was not that easy to track, but we have now a bit of clarity, and we have the sort of signs that is indicating us that we will be heading on higher. Okay, now what we need now, instead of trying to get all impatient, is that we would like to see a brief pullback, a 3-wave pullback, at least a resemblance of a 3-wave pullback, okay, down into support at the 23.6, 38.2, 446.74, 443.03. Now wave count and validation for these 3 waves here, or this 4 waves, comes down here at 435.38. All right, guys, so hope that's clear. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions. Also, if you want to have everyday Elliott wave analysis for any of your charts, consider joining Trending Waves. The link to the Discord group is down pinned in the comment section. Over to the Qs. As you can see, the Qs on the 3rd wave has hit its 200% extension resistance. All right, off the September 2nd highs, down in A, up in B, 618% retracement, 374.43 resistance. 5 waves down to the wave C, or wave 4. We're now up in 1, ABC down in 2. Okay, let me move this here because this will be now wave count and validation. And now we have 5 waves up into the wave 3. So you can see here, the wave 3 has hit exactly at the 200% extension, 376.55. Just like in the SPY, I am looking for the makings of wave A, wave B, down in C. Okay, so that's what I am looking for coming into the final roll this week. I just want to see a brief pullback into this zone before taking advantage of the wave 5. All right, guys. Now let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin is one that is pretty impressive. Okay, we have been trading into all-time highs as of late, and this is the wave count. This is what we've been tracking. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple other charts here that I am tracking and looking for positions. Now, if I zoom out here real quick, okay, and just quickly recap what has been happening. So from the March 20 lows, that was wave 2. Okay, we went up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, and 5 to complete the wave 3 in the intermediate degree. Wave 5 of wave 3 rather, down in A, up in B, down in C. Now, we positioned ourselves, or at least tried to position ourselves down here. However, this was resembling a wave 4 pullback. Now, if I take you guys to the other wave count, which I have here, I think, this is what that wave count looked like, suggesting that perhaps we were hitting a pretty good resistance in the wave B. So we were still looking for further downside on Bitcoin. Okay, we were looking for the 786 down for resistance to take us down to the 4th wave. Now, similar situation, the COVID lows on March 20th was the low here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But in this case, we have the minor degree wave 3 down in A, 3-wave pullback into the wave B, down in C. However, we have broken above the 786. I know we have the 1272 at 80,549, which could still be the case, right? But this here pretty looks looks like a 5-wave pull, a 5-wave progression, right? 1, 2, 3, down in 4 and 5, not 1, 2, and 3. Maybe that could be the case. Now, if we start holding some sort of resistance down up on these zones, the 80,000, the 1272, and why do I say the 1272? Because that's an extension, all right? Sorry, a retracement from the wave A, okay, to capture the wave B. Normally you will see that, but the way this thing is unfolding, it's likely that this is an impulsive structure rather than a corrective one. Okay, so which is why we are now looking for our bullish count, suggesting that the wave 4 has completed down here. This is up in 1, down in 2, ABC pullback, 50% retracement support, beautiful retracement. Okay, held support. We broke through the previous highs. We're up in the wave 1. We want to see a brief pullback. Okay, a brief pullback down towards the zone, the 23.6 to the 38.2, before we can continue on higher with our wave 3. Okay, so we need wave 2, wave 3, 4, and 5. At this point, we'll be on the wave third of a third, which is a very good impulsive structure. So I do anticipate Bitcoin hitting further upside. Okay, I want to take you over to Doge and then ETC, because these two have shown similar wave counts. Now, Dogecoin has been a little bit quiet as of late. We've been in consolidation since May 6th, right? And the way we're looking at this, guys, is this is still in the wave 4 correction, but we are forming a triangle. So down in A, up in B, down in C, up in D. We may get another push lower to hold as support for the the lower trend line here before we start breaking out into the wave 5. Now, I don't want to capture any upside targets just yet until we see a brief pullback here in 3 waves to take us on higher. Wave count and validation, if we are to go below the $16.16 region, which is the low of wave A, okay, then wave 4 is further down, and this is not the count. This would rather be A, up in B, and then down in C. Over to ETC, or Ethereum Classic, similar wave count, and you'll see this right now, right? So from the wave 3, we have down in A, up in B, down in C, up in D. We still have our D wave to make, and then we will have our E wave. Our E wave should come relatively soon. However, if we start breaking out of this upper trend line and up the B wave, we should be able to see a breakout coming into very quickly now that Bitcoin, Ethereum they're all running together. All right, guys. So I wanted to give you a quick update on those cryptocurrencies charts, because I was absent yesterday, so I think I owe you a little bit of that. But if you want to see more of those charts every day, if you want to request them, just hop on over to the Discord group and we'll be happy to take care of you there. All right. So I'm pretty excited. I want to wait for this zone here, the 23.6 to 38.2 at let me go back here at 446.74 and 443.03, and then the same levels of 23 and the 38 at 370 and 366. Again, a brief 3-wave pullback is all we need to take us on higher. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.